You can walk anywhere in this world, and niggas will be like, where you from, New York?
Yeah.
Anywhere. They not saying, where you from, Cali? Where you from, New Mexico? Are you from Detroit? Nigga,
So,
where you from, nigga, New York?
Let me show you how arrogant New Yorkers is. We don't even think we got an accent. They're like, you got an accent. I'm like, no, motherfucker. You got an accent.
Alcohol, right.
Now, even though the Knicks did struggle in this outing, one thing I couldn't help but notice is Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown on one-on-one situations. Anytime they didn't really gain an advantage, they looked really questionable. And I say throughout this series, when things get tough, as long as the Knicks can keep it close to the very end, they do have the player that is definitely more clutch in that situation. Jalen Brown, once again, and Tatum, they look real shaky in 1v1 situations. Look at Tatum right here, 1v1 with OG. He just doesn't have this matchup. His jump shot isn't consistent enough. You see Brunson, we've seen the spots that he likes to get to inside the arc. Matter of fact, what contributes to his points per game totals during the regular season is a lot of the shots he's getting from inside the paint. You add on top of that, he has a pull-up game from 3, even off the dribble, and we really have not seen him go through stretches of the season in a cold drought like Jason Tatum. Also, another thing that's playing out, Brunson is dominating his matchups against the Celtics centers. I cannot say that in reverse. Tatum is he's not really gaining any separation from Cat as well as Mitchell Robinson anytime he attacks inside the arc. Brunson in games 1 and 2 has actually preferred KP and Al Horford on the switch in order to go to work. Tatum trying to get separation draws the offensive foul. This right here is a perfect example. Look at Al Horford get the switch on Mikal, and now Cat is one-on-one with Tatum. Ask yourself, what could Tatum do right here? And in game 3, Al Horford, he was hot from 3. But in the first 2 games, he was clanking wide open shots. So what happens when those shots are not falling? So he doesn't become as viable as an option. When it comes to Jason Tatum, these are good questions to ask. Knicks, once again, they switch right here. What is his go-to move? Just tries to draw a foul. In a 7-game series, things are going to get interesting because he has a lot of Knicks players to go through. He can go 1v1 with Mikal, Deuce McBride, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Mitchell Robinson. That's a lot. I mean, that's crazy. He's not even fucking getting separation from Karl Anthony Towns, which is crazy. Tatum right here getting the switch on Deuce. And can his shot be consistent enough? This shot right here, can the Celtics really count on it? Tibbs will have a lot of options, a lot of fresh bodies to put on Tatum. And when you take a step back and look at things, you could say easily the gap between Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum's talent level is a lot smaller versus Tatum, and that gap between him and SGA, it's a lot wider. And that's a harsh reality that Celtics fans, as well as the NBA media, they don't really come to grips with that. And Tibbs, once again, he's going to have a lot of fresh bodies to throw in their way. It's going to be Mikal, Josh Hart, OG, got Mitch. And I'm telling you, the politics of the league it's a very interesting dynamic what's going on between those two, because they are not far apart in their talent level. And sometimes you see it going from game to game. And when we go the other way and check out Brunson, he's got a whole package of dance moves for KP and Al Horford in the paint. And Money Mitch is really causing an issue for these two in the paint. He's just really killing Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum's drive. Look at this hesitation right here. That's all due to Money Mitch and OG down low. I don't know what it is, but Jalen Brown has not been able to convert on Brunson almost to the same level. We've seen Cade kind of take it to Mikal, even OG in the paint. Cade's layup and floater package, and it's looking like it's much better than Jalen Brown's. And throughout the league, the top wing players, they convert at a high rate going up against smaller point guards that are not really known for defense. And so far in the first, I would say, 3 games of this series, Jalen Brown has shown that he doesn't really convert as high as he should going up against Brunson. So it is what it is. A few things that was kind of overlooked was the good minutes from Deuce McBride once again in game 3. That kind of went to waste. And Mitchell Robinson, hopefully he continues, especially on switch defense, to maintain himself going up against some of the mismatches with Tatum and Jalen Brown. Overall, the Knicks, they did struggle to attack offensively against KP and Al Horford in the paint. The Celtics bigs, they kind of woke up out of nowhere. They were not only converting, they were grabbing offensive boards, and they were kind of doing their thing. I believe Lou Cornette, he was actually doing his thing also, along with KP and Al Horford. So in game 3, the Celtics bigs, they definitely had some impact. But we'll see. The Knicks definitely have to keep the Celtics from getting all these open 3-point shots. I'm pretty sure Tibbs is going to switch up the defense. So it's definitely going to be a long series. You fellas definitely be patient. Don't stress yourselves out. But until next time, you guys stay safe. Peace.